Atma, Sip Sarlanand, Sip Krishna, Sip Jyoti, Sip Girish Anand, Sip Sadanand, Sip Sarojanand, Sip Anand, Sip Siri, Sip Girija, Sip Chotwani, Sip Ahem, Sip Bliko, Sip Samatma, Sip Siva, Sip Premchandji, Sip Sukhi, Sip Parvati Amma, Sip Bliss, Sip Prakash, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Sita, Sip Mita, Sip Soham, Sip Ahem, Atma, Sip Gigi, Sip Kamalji, and there are many more on the call whose camera is off. I welcome you all to the call. Let us start. How to love God. That is my subject for today. Interesting subject. And the whole way I approach the subject itself, I felt is quite interesting. So, my dear friends, here you are. If I ask you, can you eat an orange? You say, oh, I know how to eat an orange. I can cut and eat. How about eating a pizza? Pizza also we know. Either we eat with the hand or we use a fork and a knife and we cut it into slices. How can you eat a dosa? For dosa, we use our hand, idli, dosa, chutney. But if I ask you how to eat Grindelwald, how to eat Grindelwald? Is that a type of noodles? No, eat Grindelwald. No, I don't know how to eat Grindelwald. How to eat Grindelwald? Hands with the noodle. Can you eat it? No, I don't know. What is Grindelwald? How to eat Grindelwald? Don't worry about Grindelwald. The point is, I don't know what it is. So also, if you want to love God, but you don't know what is God, who is God, where is God, if there is no God to love, who will you love? So today's discussion is very interesting. You know a lot of it, but let us understand today, the subject is interesting because of 14th February, how to love God. We know to love our mother, we know to love our father, we know to love our beloved, our wife, our husband, our spouse, our girlfriend, our boyfriend. We know, but we don't know how to love God. As long as we believe the lie that God lives in the sky, we will pray to God, but we will not be able to love God. Because as long as you believe that God lives in the temple, you can have bhakti, you can have devotion, but you cannot love God. This is a very challenging thing, and a lot of people, they struggle. A lot of people struggle, they say, I want to love God, but they are not able to love God. Why they are not able to love God? Because of this problem. They are not able to realize God. Who is God? Where is God? What is God? So one of the old songs they tell you, I don't know whether I've told this song to you or not. In the song it says, मूर्ति की पूजा करता वो प्रभु नहीं पाता है, मूर्ति की पूजा जो करता प्रभु नहीं पाता है, भक्ति तो बढ़ती है पर प्रभु नहीं मिलता है, प्रभु को जो प्यार है करता तलाश में वो जाता है, एहसास सच का है होता प्रभु को वो पाता है, मुक्त हो के प्रभु से एक हो जाता, इंसान में ही भगवान है, भगवान नहीं आसमान में है. My dear friends, you say you heard this many times. But despite you hearing it many times, then why do you struggle? Despite you hear it so many times, why do you struggle to love God? This is the question. So many of you come to me and you tell me, this is one area we have a problem. We are not able to love God. And to love God, first you have to find God. You cannot love God unless you find God. But you cannot find God. How will you love God? Because God is nameless and formless. God is not Krishna, Rama, Shiva, Jesus, Buddha, Guru Nanak. God is, you know it very well, God is supreme immortal power. But how to love this power? How to love this God? The only way to love God is to realize God. The only way to love God, realize God. Because when you realize God, then you can see God in all. You experience every creature as a manifestation of God. Then it's very easy to love God. I don't know if I've told you this story. Interesting story. There was an old lady. She had lot of bhakti. You know, these many people have lot of bhakti. Prabhu, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. Going on, going on, going on, going on. And as you must have seen in the movies, and as the stories go, God comes to her. And God comes to her and says, Putri bolo, old lady, Putri bolo. She tells God, God, you know, uh, I want you to come and eat lunch with me. So God tells, okay, you want me to come and eat lunch with you? She asked, what do you want? So God agreed. Tell me what you want, because she was praying. So he told, okay. So next day she went to the market and she prepared some amazing biryani and appam and stew and all whatever she prepared, all the best food. Then she's waiting for God to come. You know the story, right? What happened? As she was waiting for God to come, one man came and knocked at her door. Madam, madam, as a salesman. The salesman wanted to sell something. She told the salesman, "You lousy fellow, get out from here. What is your nonsense? You don't come to people's house when people are busy. Learn to take appointment and come." Salesman, sorry, madam. He went away. Then she was waiting, waiting, waiting. The next door, some from neighborhood, they were playing cricket. The ball came into her compound. So the child came running to take the ball. Hey, get out, she told. Hey, she chased away the child. That they also, that Dhobi came. The Dhobi came and brought clothes. Hey, Dhobi, get out today. Don't come into the house today. So, you know the story, right? By now, being completely disappointed, what happens? Being completely disappointed, she goes to sleep in the night without falling asleep, going on Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Namah Shivaya, going on, praying and telling God, where are you? Where are you? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Again, God appears. She says, you promised me you will come to eat lunch with me, and I waited the whole day. I waited all day. God said, I came, but you chased me away. God said, first I came in the form of a salesman, you kicked me out. Then I came in the form of the cricket ball, the child, you threw me out. Then I came in the form of a dhobi, again you kicked me, threw me out. So you may laugh, right, at this point. But God appears. God appears to us in so many forms. God is in every soul. We know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Then why do we struggle? Why do we struggle to realize God? God is in every living being. We have to realize this. We have to realize, but we don't want to realize. We want to believe the real lies. There are real lies. What is the real lies? That God lives in the skies. Real lies. And we don't want to open our real eyes. Then we don't have to open our real eyes. We'll never realize God. So, my dear friends, how are you going to realize God? That is the challenge. And every day we meet on Zoom, every day we talk, and every day we are unable to realize God. In one of the favorite songs, many of you like this song. I must have sang 10 times. सब में प्रभु को देख के सबसे प्यार करना, प्रभु से प्यार करने का एक ही है रास्ता, सबसे प्यार कर लो, प्रभु से प्यार कर लो. But some people, they tell me I can't love. And for them, love is very exclusive. Only I love my Valentine. You see, I have only one man whom I love. You see, I cannot love anybody else. Yeah, but that one love that you have will not last, because such is the law of the world. That's why we don't come together and go together. Today or tomorrow, God separates us because God wants us to love Him. God does not want us to love the skin. God wants us to love the divine that is within. But we think we love God when in reality we have faith, we have bhakti, we have devotion. This is not loving God. Or we love our beloved, we love our mother, our father. This is not loving God. If we want to love God, we have to see God in one and all. Unless we see God in one and all, we cannot. That's why what I always teach you, to truly love God, you must have the deep love and longing. What my guru taught me, what I passed on to you, the triple yearning. What is the triple yearning for God? You must love God more than a miser yearns for gold, more than a lover yearns for the beloved, more than a child yearns for its mother whom it has lost. When you are able to love with this triple yearning, when you are able to love with this triple yearning, then only you can love God. So therefore, the challenge, we have to seek God. We have to yearn for God more than anything else. And then what? You search for God. You search. When you search for God, you become a mumukshu. You go in talash. You want God. So when I was in talash, what I used to sing? I used to tell Prabhu, ढूंढू भोले कहाँ है तू भोलेनाथ ढूंढू भोले कहाँ है तू. So many, I must have 100 songs. तू कहाँ है तू कैसा है ये सवाल करते हैं ना जग ये माने या न माने तू तो है जानू मैं ना. So I used to pray with so much devotion. And I used to say, Prabhu, fill me completely with you. Remember my song of Prema Yoga? I used to tell Prabhu, है ये आस्था मुकम्मल तुम ही हो जीवन में मेरे और कुछ नहीं हो. Do we have this yearning that, oh Lord, fill me completely with you? कण कण मेरा तुम बस तुम ही हो और कुछ भी आए जगह नहीं हो. Because we are ignorant. Because we are so ignorant, we think we are human beings. Because we think we are human beings, we are decorating our hair and decorating our face and decorating our body. When will we realize this face and body and skin will not last? It will wither away. When will we seek that God? And that God is nameless and formless, that God is birthless and deathless, that God is beginning and endless, beginningless, endless. How to love that God who has no form? If only we realize that God is everywhere, God is in everything, God is in you, God is in me, God is in the butterfly, God is in the bee, even in a tree. How to realize this? My dear friends, you will tell me that there is nothing new. No, I have been hearing this from you such a long time. Then why can't you realize? That man once, he told Prabhu, 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 I want to see you. Bhagwan said, tomorrow in the mandir. He said, no, no, don't tell me. I will go in the mandir and then you will say, I am in the murti. No, no, Bhagwan said, not in the murti. Then Bhagwan said, tomorrow in the mandir you come and you will see me. So he asked, funny, Prabhu was going to go away. Bhagwan was going, hey, Bhagwan, 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 Bhagwan. How will I find you in the temple tomorrow? What he tells the man? He says, I will be only one person without head. I will only be one person who has no head. So this fellow goes to the mandir with holding some agarbatti, some pua, flowers, and doing swaha, swaha, waiting, 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 waiting. Nobody came without head. He saw everybody has head. Then night he goes back and tells Prabhu, again, Bhagwan, 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 Bhagwan appears. Yes, Bolo. Yeah, you cheated me. I waited full day in temple. Nobody was there. Bhagwan said, of course, you did not see. He said, no, I saw everybody had head. He asked, you saw your head? Did you see your head? He said, how can I see my head? I cannot see my head. Saying, then that was where I came. And the man realized. The man realized Bhagwan is in me. Bhagwan is in every individual. The only way to God realization is self-realization. When we realize I am not the body that will die, I am not the actor, I am not the mind and ego, me, the director. I am part of the creator. I am the soul. When we realize spark of unique light, soul is SIP, it's not difficult. You all know it. You all will say, we know, but we don't realize. Why you don't realize? Because you're closing your real eyes. You are believing the real lies. You don't realize. You know it. You know word by word. Tomorrow you have to give 1 hour lecture on the subject. You will be able to give 1 hour lecture on the subject. What is the truth? Ultimately, we are all God. Therefore, if we love each other, what does it show? If we love each other, it means we are loving God. When are we going to realize this? That if you want to love God, you have to love God who manifests in one and all. My dear friend, this is the simple truth. The only way to love God is to love the soul that appears in one and all. How can we love the soul in all? By discovering the soul, S-O-U-L, spark of unique life. I don't know if you've heard this song. I wrote it for uh, one of the podcasts, but I don't think I sang it to you. Song says, प्रभु तो सच में है इंसानों में, जो भी चलता फिरता आत्माओं में, दुनिया में जो भी है उनकी शक्ति है, हर इंसान तो प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति है, पर इंसान सदा है प्रभु को ढूंढता, ओ भगवान तू है कहाँ, भगवान तू है कहाँ. All the time भगवान, we are searching for भगवान. सांस जो भी लेते हैं वो सांस भी प्रभु तेरी निशानी, तेरी शक्ति बिन इंसान मिट्टी, मिट्टी भी तुम्हारी. हाँ? सांस जो भी लेते हैं वो सांस भी प्रभु तेरी निशानी, तेरी शक्ति बिन इंसान बस मिट्टी, मिट्टी भी तुम्हारी. जग में जो भी है तू ही है, तुम बिन तो कुछ नहीं है, तू है तो प्रभु पूरी धरती है, तुझ बिन यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं है, फिर भी इंसान है तुझे ढूंढता, ओ भगवान. Man knows that God is SIP. Man knows that God is everywhere. Man knows God is in every molecule. Man knows God is in every soul. Still we are unable to love God. What are the signs? If you are loving God, if you say, what are the signs of loving God? You love all. You hate nobody. Yes? Tell me, are you loving all? No dislike for anybody. No keeping grudge for anybody. No getting angry with anybody. That means you have reached that state. You are able to forgive. You are able to forgive anybody. Whoever does a mistake, in a matter of seconds, you are able to forgive. That means you are realizing God. When you love God, you see everything as a manifestation of God. Maybe a fruit, maybe a flower, maybe a bird in the sky, maybe a DOG. You see God. You say, no, I see. All of you have become experts. I told you, no, I don't see DOG, I see God. If I tell the song, you know the song by heart. You already know what song I'm going to say. Patte patte mein hai jhanki bhagwan ki. You already know it. And if I tell the story, you're already ready. Naam dev ne pakai, roti kutte ne uthai, piche ghee ka katora liye wo bhage. बोले सुखी तो ना खाओ, प्रभु घी तो लेके जाओ, बोले सूखी तो न खाओ प्रभु, घी तो लेके जाओ। रूप अपना क्यों मुझसे छुपा रहे, जो दिखता है वो नहीं, सच में प्रभु वो तू ही। मुझे एहसास हो गया है भगवान ये, पत्ते पत्ते में है झांकी। My dear friends, you know it. It is so easy to love God. But today also we are busy. Happy Valentine's, happy Valentine, happy Valentine. What is this Valentine? Valentine, you must say it's happy divine. Everybody is Valentine. Everybody should be your sunshine. Everybody should be part of your lifeline. Of course, you may have loved some beloved. You may have somebody very dear. It may be a child. It may be a. Nobody is saying that when you love God, you have to not have anybody extra special to whom you to love. But transcend the body, mind, and ego. As long as you think you're BME, you cannot love God. The moment you let go of BME, you begin your love story with God. And like I told you, you don't have to love everybody equally. Need not be. Love manifests in a divine way, but no hate, no dislike, no grudge. Somebody said, "Oh, you must love everybody equally. Then you must be knowing that favorite story of ours." What happens? The Guru told everybody, everybody, love everybody. Everybody is a manifestation of God. Suddenly, this disciple was going one day outside in the market. One mad elephant came running. And everybody said, "Bhago, bhago, pagal hati, mad elephant." The disciple told, "No, no, God is in the elephant. God is in the elephant." He was standing there. That one who was Mahot, the trainer of the elephant, he told him, "Run for your life, this mad elephant, it's very wild. Go, go." He told the Mahot, "God is in the elephant. God is in DOG." He's telling the Mahot, God is in DOG. So don't tell me. Suddenly the elephant came, caught that fellow and put him on the ground, stamped him, hit him, hurled him, threw him. Next day he came back to the ashram, all bandages, hand bandage, leg bandage, head bandage. Then he told the Guru, "What Guru you are teaching all nonsense? Huh? You're teaching all nonsense that my dog is God is DOG. I went elephant, mad elephant caught me." And the Guru told him, "You idiot, nonsense fellow, when that you are seeing a God in elephant, but you're not seeing God in the Mahot. The Mahot is telling you, run, 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 run. He is the one who's running the, he is the one who's in charge of that mad elephant." So all stories which is a new story, which is a new song. But still you're not able to love God. Still you're not able to discover Prema Yoga. Still you're not able to live in union with the divine. Still you're not able to have that anubhuti. Huh? Why? Because it's just a song for you. तू ही तो प्रीतम, तू ही प्रेमी है, प्यार जो तुझसे प्रेम योगा है, इंसान का प्यार ना भगवान का प्यार है। तू तो आसमां में ना, तू है जमीन पर, तुझसे मैं प्यार हूं करता, तू है जमीन पर। Loving God is so easy, so easy, so easy. प्रभु से जो प्यार है करता, इंसान में प्रभु को पाता। इंसान को प्यार जो करता, प्रभु को प्यार करता है। इंसान में जो प्रभु को है पाता, इंसान को ना प्रभु से प्यार करता। प्यार उसका प्रभु से है, इंसान से प्यार ना है। इश्क हकीकी नाम जाजी, ये इश्क तो इंसान का ना, ये तो भगवान का प्यार है। तू तो आसमान में ना, तू है जमीन पर। When are you going to continue believing the lie that God lives in the sky? How long you will wait to start loving God? I'm waiting. Bhagavan, Bhagavan, every day I'm putting loti, Bhagavan, every day I'm breaking coconut. Bhagavan, every day I'm chadaving flowers on you. Every day I'm buying fresh. How many years Siri bought Malipu? How many years Siri you bought Malipu for God? I don't know how many years she bought Malipu. So many years buying Malipu, every day buying Malipu, going and buying. Bhagavan, I'm buying flowers and coming for you, Bhagavan. That is not Bhagavan. God is in the butterfly, God is in the bee. You've heard that song, new song of Sukhdev, it's getting released. I think it's already released. New song. Huh? God is in the mountain, God is in the sea. So God is in you, God is in me, God is everywhere. But learn to start loving God. You all know by heart. What is the method? You say SLS. What SLS? You start loving God, see God in all, love God in all, serve God in all. Maybe you called. So this is the point, correct? Today is 14th February, Valentine's Day. Change the way you love. Good day to change from today. Evolve from Valentine love to divine love. Evolve from Valentine love to divine love. Don't go on saying, oh my Valentine, oh my Valentine, oh my Valentine. Say, oh my divine, oh my divine. Evolve from love to true love. Then your love will become divine. Even when you love your Valentine because your Valentine is your divine. Then you will be able to love God. Actually, I took 30 minutes to explain this. 5 minutes, enough. 5 minutes. But I don't know how many of you will tell from today onwards, I will love God and all. Because it's a challenge. To love God in all means is to hate nobody, to dislike nobody. Somebody comes and somebody drops chutney sambar on your clothes. Immediately you will flare up in anger. No, somebody cheats you, somebody robs you, somebody hurts you, somebody insults you. Be in consciousness, BBC. Bring back consciousness. This is the ability to love God. For this, you must realize God. Self-realization, God realization. See God in all. Love God all the time. Then you will enjoy the ecstasy of divine love. What is love? Longing of the soul, very passionate, ecstasy of joy. True love, transcendental, rainbow of seven colors, unconditional, eternal, true love. My book has been released. Next month it will be at all crossword shops. I know how many of you have gone to crossword shops now. Book of the month you're supposed to monitor and see it's in your city. It's available. All crossword shops are displaying the happiness secret for 1 month. 15 mid-February to mid-March. Then mid-March we are releasing True Love, the next book in all the shops. It is so easy to love God all the time. God is waiting for you to love. God is waiting. And you can enjoy this ecstasy. But why I chose the topic today? Today is the turning point. Today is the day, 14th February, you change the way you love. Don't be caught in the thought of possessive love. Many people tell me, of course, I love my beloved. If my beloved looks that side, I'll remove the eyes. If only my beloved turns that side, I will just put like that eyes and remove the eyes. You think that is love? That is ignorance. That is complete ignorance. True love is knowing who am I. True love is being able to love the divine. Well, my dear friends, today is the 14th of February and next Friday is 21st. I will talk about next Friday my journey with God because it is before Shivaratri. So I will try to tell you my journey with God. It will be interesting how my journey has evolved from last 50 years. It has been 50 years I have spent time with God. And I'd like to share my 50 years. But my clock tells me I have overshot Ask Care by 1 minute. So, administrator, Ask AiR. Ask AiR any question on the subject or out of the subject. I am happy to answer all your questions.
Guruji, good evening.
Yes. I am Atma. Yes, sir.
How are you, Guruji? Yeah.
I always.
Sure.
Always good.
How to whether what I'm saying is right or wrong about the today's topic? How to love God? Actually, it is not only seeing sip in everything, realizing that God exists, God alone exists in the entire form. If such a realization happens, automatically we will be in a deep love with the God. Whether it is correct, Guruji? We have to realize.
No, that is you are going to the next level. No need of what you are saying is a higher level. From today, From today is 14th February. You meet everybody, even if they stamp on your feet, or they hit you, or they push you, you will not react.
Okay.
Because they are God, you will respond lovingly.
Sure.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You have to change from today. Only one thing. Whoever you meet, you must love them like God. Don't need to see God everywhere. All those things are big things. In your way, be loving to one and all.
Okay.
I'll give you one simple example. Okay. One man went to a restaurant. He ate idli for 50 rupees, dosa 100 rupees, 150 rupees. Then when he was paying the bill, after coffee 190 rupees. After paying the bill, he is waiting to take 10 rupees from the plate. If you think that waiter is like God, he will take the 10 rupees or he'll leave the 10 rupees for the waiter.
Pardon, I am unable to hear you. Pardon?
If that out of 200 rupees he leaves, the bill is 190 rupees. He will give 10 rupees. He will give 10 rupees to the waiter, or he will take back the 10 rupees in his pocket.
No, we have to give. We have to see the God in him, and 10 rupiya mein kuch nahi hoga actually.
So many of us, our mind is in command. The mind will take away 10 rupees, put in our pocket.
Correct. You are practically what you are saying is correct.
This is this is 100%. I'm telling people in this call, every day they are faced with this situation.
Correct.
Suppose today your servant has got fever. You will tell the servant, you go and take Dolo, man. Okay. The servant has no money. If you see God in the servant, what you will do?
You will give respect, and jo other dena hai usko dena hai actually.
You will buy Dolo and give, or you will take him to doctor.
Perfectly.
We use all high words. See God in all, serve God in all, love God in all. We are unable to be in consciousness.
Correct.
If we are in consciousness from today, from this moment, we can change.
Definitely. I will take your words, Guruji. Practical spirituality. You are talking about practical spirituality. Really, I will follow your words from today.
If this is the only way to God realization.
Sure.
If you don't follow, then there is no God realization. You have to follow.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank
good.
You. Thank you, Guruji. Thanks.
Siba. Thank you. Siba.
Guruji, just now, Pranam Guruji. Just now you were speaking about God realization, and CCP and all. But in one of your book, Mukti Freedom, it is written, Guruji, that many people do not realize that they have a choice to be free from the toxic people in their life. Either they believe that they do not have the capability of changing the people who are causing them misery, or they just accept it as their destiny. Both are wrong. Neither must we think it is God's will, nor must we think that it is impossible to be free from toxic people. We can be free, and we must be free if we want freedom from the misery that these toxic people cause in our life. So what is the meaning of this and the other thing you said, Guruji? So
toxic people ko प्यार करके उनसे दूर रहो.
Guruji, I didn't get.
Toxic people say you should not keep talk. So you didn't hear. You were not there present. You were not present for the today's lecture.
I was there, no, Guruji. You are saying I in my case I don't hate anybody. I have forgiven everything.
Wait.
But toxic people means what? And CCP all means
now when the Guru told that fellow, you must see God in all. When the mad elephant came, what the fellow did?
He was standing in वो elephant के सामने he was standing in front of the elephant.
Because God is an elephant. So elephant ने क्या किया?
तो elephant ने उसको kick किया ना.
क्या किया?
Kick किया गुरुजी.
तो आपने सुना नहीं क्या?
Guruji, my daughter was there, so that's why I was there. Guruji, उसने elephant ने उसको kick किया and he was into bandage. I listened that.
तो अगर वो टॉक्सिक लोग के सामने आएंगे तो ऐसा ही होगा.
तो फिर कैसे सिर्फ देखना है गुरुजी?
प्यार से टॉक्सिक लोग को दूर खड़ाओ. प्यार से. प्यार करके. Example, somebody comes and tells you, okay, I want to 1 hour, I want to travel you and talk to you for 1 hour, and then I want to eat food and go. You don't have to spend 1 hour with their nonsense talking. खाना पैक करके हाथ में देके नमस्कार करके खाना देके भेज दो. Okay,
that means you have to be artist.
Artist.
Artist in a.
You have to be in consciousness. You should love everybody. Even if a snake comes, you'd love, but don't have to take the snake and make the snake bite you, na? Okay. Toxic people, you should still love them from a distance, but you don't have to get the toxic poison in your head. Remember, there are enough stories. You have to remember the story of the mad elephant. पागल हाथी आएगा तो पागल हाथी को मारना नहीं है, पागल हाथी से दूर भागना है. Okay, but there should be. अगर if mad elephant है उसको खाना देना, खाना नहीं देना. देना ना खाना तो. खाना ना, लेकिन दूर से दो ना. हाँ, दूर से दो. Maintain distance. I got it. Yesterday also you were saying about the trust and that Guruji faith कि वो rope के ऊपर से चल रहा है. Accident कभी भी हो सकता है ना. He is taking responsibility of his also and that child also. But accident तो ऐसे भी हो सकता है. तो he has to be prepared ना गुरुजी. उसको भी ऐसे उसको थोड़ा विवेक रखना चाहिए ना कि कुछ भी हो सकता है. तो वो दूसरों को बच्चों को कैसे कोई पेरेंट्स उसको क्यों देंगे गुरुजी? You are taking the story in the wrong way. The story is not about trusting that man. The story is trusting Prabhu. प्रभु को ट्रस्ट करो. प्रभु का कभी एक्सीडेंट नहीं होगा. Prabhu is beyond accident. I am not telling give your child to that man who's doing the tightrope walking. This analogy of the story is learn to trust God 100%. Don't trust God 99.9%. Trust God 100%. That is the story. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Will? Yes, Will?
Oh, Shirohan, thank you for your talk today.
Yes.
In Buddhism, they have I think not just Buddhism, but many religions, they use a kind of prayer, like may you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, like this. This is the idea. It's okay, but I have a better idea. I think it might be better to say, instead of saying that, it's better to say your happiness is my happiness, your health is my health, like that. Instead of wishing it on you, may you be happy, I say your happiness is my happiness, your unhappiness is my unhappiness. Instead of creating the division between me and you, because if I'm wishing you happiness, I'm sitting at the restaurant having a good meal and you're outside hungry and I'm saying may you be well, I think to myself, your happiness is my happiness. It's a bit closer. That's my idea, sir.
Actually, Will, if we only see God in all, automatically my happiness will be, God's happiness will be my happiness. Suppose you really have somebody whom you revere a lot. Suppose I was sitting and my guru was passing. Will I ignore my guru? If I was eating something and my guru was passing, will I ignore my guru or will I offer my guru what I'm eating?
Exactly.
So our problem is we are not in consciousness. Our problem is we are not in consciousness that every being that we are coming in contact with, every being is a manifestation of God. Today's 14th February, it's an important day. We must learn. Today's day is not only learn, we must change.
Yeah.
We must transform today. It's an important day.
Yeah.
For those of you who are fortunate to be on the call today, it's a day of commitment. It's a day of flipping over. It's a day of transformation. It's a day to love God in all. And if you are able to love God in all, then you are liberated. Then you've achieved your goal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are not able to love God in all because we don't see God in all. And we don't see God in all because we are blind because of the mind. See, look at how, going backwards. I can't love God in all because I don't see God in all. And why am I not seeing God in all? Because my mind has made me blind. My mind does not let me see God in all. So I wish I can express to you how I feel. Sometimes I feel so free because there are so many people who behave like they are your enemy. It's okay. So many people will misbehave with you. So many people will be unfair to you. It's okay. It's okay. Learn to be in consciousness. Ultimately, it is a test of our consciousness. So then we will be able, if we are in consciousness, we can see God. If we can see God, we can love God. That's all, simple matter. Rajanand and Krishna. Okay, Will, thank you. Rajanand and Krishna.
Sir.
Namaskar, sir.
Sir. So, sir, central idea of this talk, I think, is that we should use the power of love for God realization.
Yes, if you see, there are two things. There are two things. If there is God realization, then you will get the power of love. And today, if you choose the power of love, then you can have God realization.
Sir, so I am trying to understand it in two steps. First step is that when we love other person selflessly, we don't know, unconsciously or unknowingly, we are responding to the divinity within him when we love selflessly. इससे क्या हुआ? Then by practicing this, our love becomes unselfish and motiveless. So we are able to see then the divinity with him. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, देखो, देखने से पहले अगर selflessly हम लोग को, वो हमें फिर खुद दिखेगा हमें फिर भगवान.
Problem is our love has become a transaction. Today love is a business.
नहीं, उसको छोड़ के सर, वो तो ठीक, वो तो हर किसी के लिए, हम अपनी बात कर रहे हैं सर. वो तो नहीं होगा ना इस तरह. हम अपनी बात करते हैं. इट कैन हैपन इन टू वे. पहले अभी फोर्स नहीं करना है.
आज एक बाप है, बाप बेटा को क्यों प्यार करता है? बाप
he wants, उसको भी करता है कि उसको कैरियर बने, वो प्रेम हो जाए, जो भी है, सेवा करे.
अगर बेटा नालायक है तो
बाप बोलता है बदकिस्मती. वो प्यार नहीं करता है फिर.
If a child comes and hits the father with a slipper, then what happens?
He becomes the foe of the father. Physically, मानो.
Then still for the father to love that child is what is called loving God and all. No?
If he loves still him, yes.
So this is a challenge. Our love, if I love somebody without any expectation, it is divine love. If I love somebody only because I am getting some, if I love you because you love me, then it is tit for tat.
At this stage, every child becomes your child, every mother becomes your mother, because ये तो समानता आती है ना. समान भाव जब आएगा तो उसके लिए we have to first force it.
So many mothers are blessed with the deep love for their child, that even if the child tries to harm the mother still loves the child. Correct?
वो पता है, वो देखना अटैचमेंट है कि लव है. वो तभी लव होगा जब डिवाइन लव होगा, जब वो माँ दूसरे बच्चे को भी प्यार करेगी. इतना तो मैं समझ गया.
वो नहीं है ना, वो
बस वही है ना, दैट इज अटैचमेंट. वो मोह होता है सर. अटैचमेंट में आदमी मर भी सकता है, मर भी जाता है. They die in attachment.
That is not love.
Infatuation में भी मरता है आदमी.
That is
attachment
not love.
भी मरता.
That is not love. That is not love. That is more.
When the love becomes divine, तो फिर अटैचमेंट, फिर तो बेटे के साथ भी वही प्यार होगा ना सर.
एक स्टोरी है मोह और लव के बीच में. I'm not getting that story. I will. एक स्टोरी है ना. What's the difference between love and attachment? There are many good stories. Okay. और कुछ? Next, Krishna. Krishna and Rumataji and Will and Aham Atma. Krishna, Rumataji, Will, Aham Atma.
सर शिवोहम सर
Sure.
दिस इज वन ऑफ माय मोस्ट फेवरेट टॉपिक. पहले मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं समझते थे एंड I know only very few bhajans of yours and this bhajan which you sang is again a favorite. But मुझे ना आज आपने एक line बोला which was like because abhi Bala Sibha was telling about actions. I think what you said now is more than actions. It is our inner attitude, no? So to see the divine in everyone, it is like sip, loving sip. But your line that let go your BME and then your love story with God begins. This was beautiful. This was a very good way of how will I say neti neti. ये तो हमारे लिए हमेशा question होता है. How will I say I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the ego. And this is the best way to do it. You know, you're moving beyond your likes and dislikes when you love everyone who comes your way. Maybe, yeah. So this is so, today one extra point I got this was today, of course, you have repeated this topic many a times and we are also really practicing this, sir. But to let go your body, mind, ego was a new takeaway today. You know, it is, you have said it is loving your soul. It is love of this longing of the soul. Very passionate, you have told this. But this can happen, I think, only after self-realization, no, sir? For us to have the ability to love.
After self-realization, you will do it automatically. But from today, if you have this in your memory system, in your attitude, like you said, if your paradigm, whoever you say, suppose you're seeing everybody, you say Prabhu, Prabhu, or you have that attitude of your paradigm. I've taught you all in Instagram, right? You wear a paragraph, you wear a glasses all the time. You say this shaitan also is Bhagwan. This kutta also is Bhagwan. This billi also is Bhagwan. Sometimes you see a rascal rat. You feel like catching a broom and hitting the rat. So of course you have to chase the rat away from your house, but you can see Bhagwan in them and you can treat them, every person, with that reverence. If you treat with reverence, you can do pest control in your house, a different matter. But I think that if we have that attitude that I want to love God in all, then this loving, so who asked me just before this, either Rajaran said, either God realization will make you love God in all, or loving God in all will make you into God realization.
But for us, I think, because for us, this is an easier path, because God realization is a, it's a
So start from today, right? Try. You will not succeed all the time from today. But tomorrow out of 10 cases, you may succeed in 8 cases. You will make mistake in 2 cases. Suppose tomorrow you go and that person comes with a credit card and the person makes 1,000 rupees in the credit card. You forget to give a tip to that person. You can always open your purse and take 50 rupees or 100 rupees and say, Bhaiya, ye rakho. I'm saying, turn your whole approach. Turn your whole approach. And that's the truth. The truth is that everything is God. The truth is everything, every molecule, every atom is God. Now, if continue. The same thing. I'm just trying to explain. If we are in this conscious, therefore again, very much in having Prabhu consciousness, Sip consciousness. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to say. So when you ask how to bring back, how to BBC, it is Prem Yoga. And how to even to be in non-duality. Again, it's Prem Yoga. So it has a lot of advantages for us. Yeah.
So, but it's challenging. Am I telling you it is very easy? No, there will be some rascal. There will be some rascal who will come and some rascal who will be unfair and some shaitan who will trouble. That's the challenge.
No, along with that, you have also taught us the power of no and sharpening our intellect also. So altogether, yes.
Like we said just now, the mad elephant will come. So the mad elephant does not mean that we have to hit the elephant. We have to go away from the elephant. So we have got stories. Therefore, these stories are very important. All stories, Instagram stories and Zoom, every analogy, every story reminds us. But ultimately, this is the reality. If we want to be happy, this is the way to be happy. Eternal happiness comes from enlightenment. Otherwise, we'll be dukhi. all the time, we will be unhappy because there are 100 people in this world who will make you upset. Look at your mobile, somebody is making you upset. Somebody is calling you, making you upset. Somebody is sending email, making you upset. Why are you reacting? Let them be upset. Let them be toxic. You don't have to be now. So we have got no RDR, no RDX. All the methods we have got. The challenge is to execute the methods, to put the method in action. That's why we are trying. Why today's call? Why I spoke today how to love God. No, nothing great, but today can be a transformation. 14th February, Valentine's Day, I took a resolution. I will love God in all.
Again, you said to put it in action. That's what I was asking. It is not in action. No, it is your inner ability only, right?
Inner ability translates into action. Nah? Thought change.
Thoughts and feelings change. Yeah, got it.
So if you don't have an attitude, if you don't have a thought, you don't have a feeling, you don't have then the action will be, it's a thought chain. So change your thought chain. And I'm telling you, you will make a mistake. When you make a mistake and you realize you're making a mistake, change. I'm guaranteeing you will make mistake from today onwards. So don't worry about the mistake. The mind will make you make a mistake. Immediately go back and change. Rumataji, thank you. Rumataji, Bliko, Will and I am Atma.
Pranam Guruji, Shivam.
Pranam.
Guruji, you have been always teaching us प्यार करने का एक ही है रास्ता, see sip in all. Always you are telling us. And secondly, you are talking about the mother's love. One girl was there and her friend was very fond of her. He asked him to marry her. So she told, you bring the heart of your mother, then I will marry you. So boy was so foolish. He cut the mother and brought the heart. And while he was coming back running, the heart fell down from his hand. So the voice came from the mother's heart, Beta chot to nahi lagi. So he took the heart to girl. She said, जो तुम अपनी माँ को नहीं प्यार कर सके तो मुझे क्या करोगे? So she refused to marry him. So these are stories you are always telling us, one or the other story. So life is like that. We have to see sip in all.
Okay, good. Yeah, we should be conscious about who are the people. Because sometimes we are running after somebody thinking we love them, when in reality love does not exist. But in divine love, it always exists. So I'm changing what you're saying because I don't want to talk about cutting anybody. But I think we should be in consciousness of divine love. Divine love is very beautiful. Divine love is seeing God, Prabhu ko, sab mein Prabhu ko dekh ke sabse pyar karna. This is the challenge. Bliko.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bliko. And then Will I am Atma. Two more after Bliko. And Rajanand's coming if we have time. We have time. Yes.
Shivam, love you all. I will make resolution that I will love to everybody, love from this Valentine Day. And like you said, the mistake will happen. I know it because it is hard. And the one thing is that I like the one sentence which you said, this is a test of our consciousness.
Yes.
It's continuous test, right? Because we will slip when mind will, take over, and then you tell, and they will, and that is only possible if we check the challenge and remember this Valentine Day to love everybody without any selfish motive and without getting angry or irritated because of the other's behavior. Because this is what happening when you try to love, but the reaction comes very, unpredictable, and then you get into the mind state without noticing that you are losing your consciousness, and immediately you react. That's where it is, difficult.
So I think it's a challenge. What you're saying, a test of our consciousness. Yeah. This is where the whole crux of the problem is. If you are always in consciousness, you're in Satchidanand. but we are not able to be always in consciousness because the mind is
Yeah.
taking over. Otherwise, if you are in consciousness, it's easy to see sip in all, love sip in all. What's the problem?
Yeah. Theoretically, knowing theoretically and making it practical, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
But
But
you can
if
write
we,
down a
if,
thesis.
if we practice, that's why we need sadhana. That's why it's
Sadhana.
called sadhana, right? That's why in this call, every day we come, we say sip, Bliko, sip, Rajanand. Why do we say sip?
Yeah.
So this whole idea is to see sip in all. And that's every day we teach. Every day you should. How many of you, when whomever you meet, you're supposed to not say good morning, good evening. You're supposed to say sip.
Sip.
Because they are not used to it. Still, we say hello, good morning, how are you? Good night, bye. The sip word is missing. Sip word is what will keep this consciousness that sip is everywhere.
Correct.
Good. We have three more questions. Will, Ahamatma, and Rajanand before we close. Will, Ahamatma, and Rajanand. Three questions.
Shivong said, I think that love is really it's like the secret route to consciousness. It's like the easy route. Like many people, they do anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, all these things. But I think with love, when you're in love, then the mind is automatically silent. I have that idea. So,
see, because love has got tremendous power. Love has got tremendous power because when you are in that love, what you're saying, automatically you get into divine consciousness. But the challenge is that you have to be able to be in love. If you're not able to be in love, then it's difficult. So therefore, it's both ways. No, will. If you're in consciousness, you can love. If you lose consciousness, how to love? So if you are locked in love, if you make this loving a habit, then you're making a habit of being in that consciousness. So be careful. As I told you, tomorrow or today onwards, when you move outside, you will slip. Doesn't matter.
yeah. I'm not sure exactly how, like you say, you must love, but you haven't actually said how you do it. And I thought maybe one way to do it is just to put people in your heart, like if
No. Loving is in action. My guru always used to say, love in action. Love in action means compassion, forgiveness, kindness, philanthropy, charity, expression, appreciation, smiling. There are many ways to love. Kindness, helping. They don't tell me you don't know. You know many ways to love. To love is to be good to somebody. To love is to talk well, to appreciate, to give a smile, to give a helping hand, to give a word of consolation, a word of appreciation. Oh, there are many ways to love.
So you're not talking like a feeling. It's not like you love.
No. It has to be action. It has to be action. I told you when you're eating something, give somebody a tip. If you give somebody something which they don't expect. Suppose you are going in an auto or a taxi. That guy, you already paid the Ola or the Uber. You already paid. You don't need to pay extra. You give him 50 rupees or give 100 rupees. You're in UK. Give anything. Give a smiley ball. Give something. Give a biscuit. Give a chocolate. You don't need. Love is when you do something which is not expected. That is a sign of love. If you're doing something which is expected, then what's so great about love? It's not so great. Love is a very, let me tell you, love is a very divine emotion. Longing of the soul, very passionate, creates an ecstasy of joy. One of the best emotions in our life is love. There are three emotions: peace, love, and bliss. These three emotions should drive our life. We should have peace, there should be love, and there should be bliss. Okay, time is coming to an end. So tomorrow we continue. Quick comment from Aham Atma Rajananda. Quick comment. Aham Atma Rajananda. Otherwise, they will shoot you down.
Guruji, yes, was a slight deviation from today's topic. I have completed reading of your book. When you overcome the fear of death, you start to live. I am asking one small query. Is it really, we talk about I am a soul, I am not a body, everything okay. Can a person really conquer the fear of death? Death is bound to happen. Everybody knows. Everybody dies in unawareness and ignorance. Is it
Are you-
possible to really conquer the death of fear of death?
Are you afraid right now? I'm going to fall from the 20th floor. Are you afraid?
Pardon? You are going to fall, or
I may fall from the 20th floor. Are you afraid if I fall from the 20th floor?
no? I am somewhere. I may not be knowing unless and until.
You do not have any fear. If I fall from the 20th floor, if I tomorrow you come to know I've fallen, is a different matter. Arey baba, kya hua? Hamara ask care cancel ho gaya, kya hua? But otherwise, if I am on the 20th floor, you have got no fear of me falling. You have got the fear of death only because you think you are the body that will die. When you know you are not the body, where is the fear?
Even though we have established in subconsciousness, heart, I have to touch my heart and I have to say these words. I don't have the fear of death like that. Anybody can say, can anybody say like that? Really?
I have no fear of death.
Okay.
I'm ready to die now.
Okay. No,
because I will never die.
Yeah, that is.
You are getting lot of knowledge. Now this knowledge must become realization.
Yeah, you are right. Sure.
And I'm happy you're telling.
Yeah.
It's very important to share what you shared now. No, I'm Atma. It's very important.
Yeah.
AiR, I read your book, but how to overcome the fear of death? Because every human being, every human being has a fear of death.
Yes.
But when the human being comes to know, I will never die, then there is no fear of death.
That I, what you refer to is that enlightened ego. Am I right, Guruji?
The soul. I am the soul. I am Atma.
I am the Atma.
I am Atma in Ravi. I am not Ravi. That's why changing the name will change the game.
Sure. Okay.
That's why I tell you, people, change the name. Change the name will change your game.
Okay.
Last question. Good point. Last question, Rajanand.
Sir, to love sip in all means to be in sip consciousness, and what you say, love in action. Now, to me, I have just trying to add one more to strengthen this process. That if we start believing that he is the nearest, he is the dearest, he is the only friend, he is the guru, he is the mentor, and feel his presence all around, तो उससे हमारा ये काम आसान हो सकता है ना सर? Start believing it.
Do you believe you have a nose on your face?
No, I have realized it.
You realized it.
I know it.
You know it. So what you said, you should not believe. You should know it.
You should know it.
When you believe it, it can come and go. But कभी आप ये सोचते रहे नाक कहाँ चलेगा? मेरा नाक कहाँ चलेगी? नहीं, नाक नहीं, कहाँ नहीं जा सकता है?
ये माइंड ने थॉट लाया, अब इसको थोड़ा सा ये ठीक थॉट माइंड ने दिया, इसको थोड़ा सा इंप्रूव करना है.
You should know it. You should not believe that Prabhu is everywhere. You should know it. When you know it, that knowing, that knowledge means you realize it. You are grounded. You are completely grounded. With folded hands, I bow down to you. I hope you will transform your life from today onwards. And Valentine's Day should be a divine day, not just a day of Valentine, a day of divine, which means that when you see anybody, you must say, सब में प्रभु को देख के सबसे प्यार करना, प्रभु से प्यार करने का एक ही है रास्ता, सबसे प्यार कर लो, love God in one and all, सबसे प्यार कर लो.